Welcome everybody to today's episode called 100% Speculation and Not Financial Advice. Today we're going to talk about some price predictions for the Chia coin, which should be going into circulation early next month. So my number one comment that I get across all my channel is, why are you doing this Chia thing if the coin doesn't have any value? Well, people don't understand it doesn't have any value because you can't sell it yet, but you can in just a week or two. So it will have value. The question is, how much? Am I going to be able to even afford a double bacon cheeseburger or paying for YouTube ads to get even more YouTube views? So I thought I would start off with a poll from my channel, Chia price prediction in the first week of circulation. This will give it not a whole lot of time to come to a final price, especially because as soon as trades are enabled, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be available on all the different exchanges. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a couple of minutes, but first let's just see what everyone has to say. So I'm just going to pick one of these. I'd say maybe around 100. But you can see of the almost 400 people, the overwhelming majority, or I guess half, is an estimate of $1. And this actually says something because people are only willing to pay what they think it's worth. And of everyone watching this channel, most people don't think it's worth a whole lot. But then again, you have to remember, this is a YouTube channel talking about new cryptocurrencies and, how to set up little rigs in your basement and stuff. Not huge investors are probably watching this channel. I've been reached out to by like one or two, but the majority of the people watching this video are trying to make a quick penny using their desktops and computers they already have laying around their house. So I don't think this is a authentic view of what people think the price of Chia is going to be. So I went to the opposite extreme and I asked people in the Chia community, what do you think the price of Chia is going to be? And this brought wildly different results. I have heard answers from $10 to $300, all the way up to $20,000. But I don't think we can just pick random numbers and just say, hey, this is what it's going to be. It actually can be based off of some math and some comparison against some of the other networks out there. So we are going to get into some number crunching in this video, but first I wanted to just bring up one concern of mine. So I have a concern for this thing called the endowment effect, where people basically value what they have more than what it's actually worth, or they value it more than something of the same value that someone else has. So basically, my concern is the people that are farming Chia and the people that are heavily invested in this network, they might think it's worth more than it actually is, and that would explain why they got into farming the Chia in the first place. The people that don't think it's worth anything probably wouldn't go through that effort. Now, before you jump to any conclusions, there are people out there who want to acquire Chia, but they can't. Either they don't have the technical expertise to set up a farming rig, or the supply for hard drives and different components are out of stock. I've actually heard of people unable to order hard drives or having their orders refunded and saying, hey, there's an issue, it's actually out of stock now. Or 3, they just do not have the time because plotting to hard drives takes a lot of time. And this was something you could plot to these hard drives during test network, so people jumped into the network already ready to compete. Even since then, the network space is almost quadrupled, and getting enough hard drive storage to actually compete and win some Chia before it's in circulation is rather difficult. Now, I think there's some valuable insights in the business white paper, seeing where the Chia coin could be in the future. And one of the biggest things in here is I think that in September 2019, Coinbase announced that Chia was one of the 17 assets they were currently considering for inclusion after those assets launched. I don't know if you guys realize how huge this is, but Coinbase is like the most accessible crypto service. They just went public. They advertise like crazy across YouTube. And I would say this is one of the easiest ways to get started with cryptocurrency. Which, if you're new to cryptocurrency, you can sign up using my link to Coinbase. I'll leave a link below. And with a $100 purchase, you get $10 worth of Bitcoin. So good way to get started. This is actually how I got started with cryptocurrency. And basically, if they take Chia, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do the way Chia is going, it'll make Chia one of the most accessible cryptocurrencies out there. You can go through this entire paper if you want. I don't know, it's kind of boring. I don't really like reading stuff, but there's another important thing, and that is Chia Lisp, which is basically the smart contract language of Chia, which means Chia is not a coin built upon another network. This is a network of its own that'll actually support dApps of its own. So other projects will be built upon Chia. And in general, I think this makes a cryptocurrency more valuable. So, that's where things like Ethereum, Binance, Polkadot, Solana, all of these different networks that support other projects on top of them, they are the ones that are truly competing in market cap and, widespread blockchain adoption. So that kind of gives you a decent intro of where I think Chia could stand up against. And if you take a look at the coin market cap of all the largest cryptocurrencies, even let's say just the top 100, I think there's a really, really high chance that Chia makes it in the top 100 cryptocurrencies very soon. And to do this, the market cap is still pretty big. So let's take a look at the worst case scenario, and you can basically go off of that market cap and then divide that by however many coins there are to figure out a price per coin. Now again, this is speculative, so please do not take this as advice or this is what the coin price is going to be. I could be wildly wrong, and I've made that mistake plenty of times before. So I've talked to some Chia experts, and they think being within that top 100 is more than achievable and more likely closer to the top 20 or top 10. But I'm just going worst case scenario here. There's a significant chance Chia is going to be in the top 100. And if we look at this, let's just say a market cap of 1 billion right here. So if you take 1 billion, you divide that by however many coins are in circulation, that's essentially what the coin is worth. How many coins are in circulation? Now this is where some debate comes in, because not only were coins brought into circulation from Chia farming, but there was a pre-mine of a pretty significant number of coins. However, the coins that were pre-mined that the Chia company holds are not going to be dumped on exchanges as soon as trade is made possible. They've been working on this network for a really long time. They have an established team, and it's in their best interest for this project and this network to be successful long term. So they're not approaching this like a pump and dump scheme. So Chia is not approaching this as a way to get rich quick. They want this coin to be successful in the long term. So of course they're not going to dump all those coins on the exchange, completely diluting the price. So initially, until the price stabilizes, I think the only coins that are going to be in circulation are the coins that have been farmed. And you can calculate that because there's a little over 9,000 per day introduced, and farming has been going on for like a month or so. So when this all ends, let's just say there's 450,000 coins in circulation. So we'll go off of 1 billion, divide that by 450,000, and that gives us a value of 2,222, which honestly is kind of insane. I don't know if this is going to jump up and have a market cap of $1 billion from day one, because that is a pretty big achievement, but there's been numerous cryptocurrency projects that just explode and end up on the top market cap very quickly. And then as long as the demand continues as fast as Chia is being introduced, 9,000 a day, then I think the price could hold without the market cap changing. But based off of just the interest, the demand for hard drives, and even just my views on this channel, which by the way are insane, just taking a look at the traction on my channel, I've just been pretty much posting Chia videos, and every single day my views just go up and up and up. I wouldn't be surprised if Chia makes it even higher on that market cap list, and the price of Chia is pretty significant. Starting off though, 2,000 seems steep. I mean, I don't know, it's hard for me to just fathom that amount, but I guess we'll just have to see. So long story short, I don't have an answer. Sorry to waste your time, but I would be curious to know what you think. I personally think I wouldn't be surprised if Chia is in the few hundreds and quickly goes up after that. The ideal place if you want to get started with the Chia network and follow along to see where the development is at and when it's launching and all of that stuff is one, this channel, obviously, so be sure to slap subscribe and the notification bell. But the second thing is the Chia Keybase. Now, personally, I hate Keybase. It's like the worst app ever. However, it does have a lot of valuable people on there and a lot of valuable resources, so you can join the Keybase for Chia, and that's where you can get all the updates about literally anything Chia. I mean, I've been totally overwhelmed with questions on this channel in the comments, and I'm going to try and address those in some Q&As, but I just cannot get back to all of them. And if you've never used Keybase, just imagine all the worst things between Discord, Slack, Telegram, WhatsApp, and like any other communication app. Take all the worst things about those and then combine them together, and there you have Keybase. But on the bright side, there is a little bit more integrity with Keybase because it's built such that you can verify your identity, and there's much lower chance of fake accounts and scams and all those other things that plague things like Telegram. So the next logical question is, what price of Chia would you sell it at? If you have Chia, if you've been farming it, what point is your sell point? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Again, not investment advice. Don't trust me. Just a YouTuber.